What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Creative Hunter podcast. Thanks for tuning in. This is your host, as always, Logan Romney. Um, I hope you guys are all having a great hunting season so far. It's mid-September. A lot of the archery seasons have started. There's been a few rifle seasons that have started. I just got back from a rifle hunt in Utah. It was a rifle elk hunt during the rut, which was awesome. We had a great time. We shot an awesome bull, and that was with a private client, buddy of mine now, and we just had a good time. This is episode 24, so we've made it quite a way. 24 weeks of doing this. I missed 1 week, so I guess we're kind of at 25 weeks. But episode 24. This week, the topic of this podcast is carrying your camera gear in when you're hunting. So, um, carrying your camera, carrying all your gear, all the stuff. I'm going to show you guys what I use, how I use it, and just go through kind of some things that you want to think about when um, you're hunting and you're trying to film or capture a hunt, either photograph or film it. So, um, first of all, though, just thank you guys all for tuning in, listening, watching, whether it's on YouTube or Spotify. I get most of my views on YouTube, and I kind of prefer to have that the video aspect on here, but there's a lot of people that listen as well, so kind of get both sides of it. Um, and if you ever watch or listen to my stuff in the past, you know that I do like to have that video aspect because I kind of can show you guys stuff. Um, but on Spotify, I also upload the video portion of it. So if you're on Spotify listening, you can throw on the video and watch it as long as it's not distracting if you're driving or something. But other than that, for updates in my life, like I said, I just got off a hunt this last week, an elk hunt. It only lasted 2 days, so I was only down there for a couple of days. It was a great hunt. There's not a lot of tags, and there's a lot of elk, and there's big elk. So we killed a stud bull down on that hunt, and I'm just doing photos and videos for the client. I'll probably post a few here this week on Instagram, but other than that, it was just a client hunt and private hunt. So it's not really going to be released to the public necessarily, but it might be. We'll see kind of how it goes with the client. But um, school started this week for me, so I was cramming a bunch of classwork in before I left for this hunt last week. I've got a hunt I'm going on this week with a buddy, and it's an antelope hunt. It's a really short hunt. It's only a couple days, but it'll be fun. We're doing some fun stuff. I don't really know how much I can talk about that hunt, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But other than what I just told you, it's going to be a fun hunt. Um, what else have we got going on? Yeah, not much. I've got some editing I've got to keep working on. I've got I've got my deer hunt that I've got the full footage for. So I am gonna be working on that here in the next few weeks when I have time. I also am. I have the private hunt that I just went on for the private client. I got to get that film edited. I got all the photos done for it. Got to get the film edited. And I have one more film that I'm working on this fall. That's a totally private client film as well. That might be seen eventually though, so that'll be cool. Um, I have one more tag left for this season that I'm going to try to fill. I just have a deer tag, general deer tag in Idaho, my home state. So I still have 2 weeks or like a week of season for archery left. So till the end of September, and then I've got the rifle season in October. And if I don't kill anything, I can always hunt some late season stuff in a couple of units around the state for archery. But my wife also has an elk tag in October. My brother-in-law has awesome deer tag at the end of October. So there's a lot still going on, and all that stuff's going to be filmed and put out. So I'm excited for that. Um, Man, with that, that's pretty much all of it. So let's just hop into the topic this week. So carrying camera gear. Um, First of all, kind of probably the most important big one is carrying your camera. How do you carry your camera when you're hunting? So um, the kind of like the traditional thing, it would be to carry your camera via a camera strap that come with the camera, or there's some nice ones like the Peak Design ones that unclip super fast. I have a Peak Design camera strap. I actually don't even know the last time I've used it. I don't use camera straps because when you have your camera around your neck, if you're hiking around all day and you're doing hunts that require a lot of hiking, that camera's just gonna be bouncing around. You're gonna have to hold it with your hands the whole time. It's not really convenient when you're moving a lot of country. Now, if you were doing shoots like inside, or doing shoots where you're moving around and maybe you have a bigger camera rig, but you're not really like hiking places, having a camera strap might be a great idea because then you can rest it on your shoulders and or your neck, depending on how you use that strap, and it works great. But when I'm on a hunt, I am definitely not using a camera strap. So what I use, and I've got my pack here, so if you're watching, you can see it. But I use a cotton carrier. It is the Strap Shot is the name of the product. Cotton Carrier is the name of the brand. And my camera's, I'm filming myself right now, so I can't really show you with my camera. But basically, there is a little circle mount that goes on the bottom of your camera, and it'll slide into this um, strap that goes on your backpack strap, and it's a twist lock. So you slide it in, twist it, and it locks, and then it won't come out until you twist it and pull it back out. If you haven't heard of them, you should check them out. There's a lot of videos on them. I'm sure they have a website with all the stuff, and they have some other products too if you're interested in some of their stuff. But um, I have this strap shot, and then they also make the they make an adapter deal, so you can have an Arca Swiss plate mounted and the camera strap adapter, so you can have both of them. So you can throw your camera on the tripod and then also throw your camera on your strap without switching out plates for the bottom. So this allows you to just always have your camera on you and ready to go, because when you're hunting, action can pop up super fast, and if you have your camera in your backpack, you're never going to capture it. But if you have that camera right in front of you all the time, you just pop it off super fast. Take the photo, take the video, whatever you need, and then you can throw it back on. Your hands free. You can use trekking poles, whatever. That's the best way to carry your camera. There's a couple other systems out there, like Peak Design has a camera clip. There's a couple of new ones that I've seen recently that have camera clips for like backpacking and stuff like that. But this, in my opinion, is the best one because of how durable it is and just the way that it works. It's super seamless. It almost never has issues. A lot of times, like if you're hunting in the winter, or you get a lot of, and you get like snow in there, um, it can like ice up and get compacted inside that little strap deal. So it makes it kind of hard to get the camera in and out. But I have found that the cotton carrier is way better than any of the other ones because the other ones will freeze up faster. They get gunked up faster, whether it's dirt or snow or ice. But the cotton carrier one has the best durability when it comes to that. Um, so moving on from carrying your camera, carrying all your gear. So what I use and I really love, and I use a lot of their gear, is FHF gear. So they make these. They are the what are they called again? It's the chest pouch. Um, so FHF has these chest pouches that instead of a bino harness, it's basically just a big old pouch, and they make them to be used for a lot of different things. They make them to be used for fishing, for turkey hunting, um, for shooting in the at the range, or duck hunting, whatever you need, where you're not really carrying binos, but you still want to have some stuff on your chest, some gear on your chest. So I use it for camera gear, and I know a lot of guys who do the exact same thing with this exact same setup. They actually have a new chest rig. It's a version 2. I don't have that, but it's essentially the same thing. It just has the updated shoulder straps and a few features on it that this one doesn't have. But I have the chest rig, carries a ton of gear, and then on the front of it, it has a MOLLE attachment. So I just throw one of the just MOLLE. It's just another pouch that goes. This is the E4 pouch, I think. Goes right on the front of it. Just adds a little bit more extra storage. So diving into what's inside this chest pouch, it just has these zippers that open and it's a big pouch inside, so you have access to everything. Inside, it has a bunch of Velcro on both sides, so that the front and the back. So I've got some Velcro pouches that are in here that you can buy with FHF. I've also got a couple little. If you're watching in the video, you can see they're like ammo holder sleeves that Velcro on the side, and I actually use them for different things. So I have got one that I have a handful of Allen wrenches in different sizes for camera gear and hunting gear. That's in here. So it's supposed to hold like a couple bullets or something, but instead I've just flipped it vertical and I've got some Allen wrenches in there. There's also another Velcro piece that is supposed to hold like turkey reeds or elk hunting reeds, but instead I use it to carry, like I have this little tool that's just a tool to like tighten things. And then I also will put SD cards in here if I need to. They just slide in the slots. They're like the same size as an elk reed, so they slide in perfectly to the slots. And then right here, you can see there's these two pouches that will Velcro on the side. So in these two pouches, I carry two things. One, this is my SD card holder, so it's got all my SD cards in it. And then the other pouch, I have extra camera batteries. So these are new batteries. They're super accessible. They're really easy to get to, and I've just got them in here at all times. You could fit 2 or 3 batteries in each of these, and then you always have power with you. And then also in here, I'll usually carry these mics. These are the DJI Wireless 2 mics. So if I'm gonna lob someone up real quick, I'll just throw the mics on them. They're also accessible. I don't have to dig through my pack or have to take my backpack off to get to this stuff. It's all right here on my chest. I'm not gonna carry binos with me when I'm filming stuff most of the time. I'll carry them maybe in my backpack. That way for sitting and glassing, I can also help glass, but I'm not usually going to have them on my chest. A couple other things in here. I have like a power bank. I've got this Dark Energy Poseidon Pro, which comes with me everywhere. And then I also have the Poseidon Nano. So this one will stick to the back of your phone and charges wirelessly. So I always have that to charge my phone. The other thing I'll keep in here, since I film a lot of stuff through a spotting scope, I have this old phone that I have a mount plate on. So I'll have this phone in my chest rig all the time, purely for filming through the spotting scope, because my new phone doesn't have a plate on it, but I'll use this because it's way faster. I got Onyx downloaded on it. I've got everything I need. So I can use this phone for all of my like navigation and for filming stuff that's not through the spotter. And then I've got this phone that's with me to film stuff through the spotter, just because it's a little bit easier to have this phone purely as a spotter phone. So that'll go in here as well. And then the last thing I have in this main pouch is I do carry a rain cover for my cameras. It's made by Lenscope, and I rarely use it, but I do have it in case I want to break it out and use it on a hunt. So that's it for that main pouch of this FHF gear chest rig. Now in the front pouch of this E4, right now I just have my Garmin InReach in there, so that usually stays in here all the time. That way it's right on my chest if I need it. And then I'll usually put, because in this E4 pouch there's a couple little pouches inside it, so I'll put like chapstick, whatever. I'll put like a cleaning cloth in here. Just things that I need that are quick access. Kind of just depends on the hunt. Maybe a little pocket knife or something. Um, just whatever I need quick access to while I'm filming and hunting. So that's pretty much it for the chest rig. So this will just replace the bino harness entirely, since I'm not going to be using a bino harness on most of my hunts. And I have all my camera gear here. I've used this chest rig for 3 years now, I think, maybe 2 years. I think 2 years. First time I used it, I brought it up to Canada. I was up there for 2 months filming, and I had this thing the whole time, and it lasted the whole thing. Like literally, this has been on a ton of hunts, and it's worked awesome. I know Kobe Owens, he uses these. I know a few other guys that use these, and they're really nice for filmmaking. I'll also, if when I'm filming, I always have like an ND filter with me for my camera. If I need to take that off, I'll stick that in here. That way I have easy access to that as well. And then just anything else, maybe a couple extra cords or some phone cords for charging stuff, or some extra auxiliary cords. Maybe my AirPods in here, just like whatever you need quick access to, you can throw in here. Um, and I highly recommend, if you're filming hunts, to get something like this. You can use a bino harness. It's just not as organized, and there's not as much room as one of these FHF gear chest rigs. So um, I really like that. The other things that I'll do if I'm carrying big camera lenses is I'm just going to throw them in my pack, maybe wrap them up in a jacket or something, just so they're not getting banged around. But um, a lot of times, if I'm running 2 cameras on me during a hunt, I'm gonna have 2 cotton carriers, one on each shoulder strap of my backpack, so I can have 2 cameras. And you can run pretty big lenses still off of those camera straps, or the cotton carrier camera straps, because even if you have like a 1 to 400 mil lens, or even bigger, maybe like a 150 to 600, you can have it hanging off of your chest, as long as it's not too heavy for you. And you kind of have to adjust your backpack straps to make it work. But I know guys that do it. I've done it with like 1 to 400 lenses, and it works great. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Um, I just make sure that I always have camera gear super accessible and ready to go while I'm out there, especially things that you're gonna need quick, like batteries, ND filters, um, anything like that that you're gonna need to pull out quick, replace something like an SD card. They're always ready to go. You've always got them. Um, just ready in case you need to replace something super fast, because when you're hunting, it's not scripted. You're not going to know exactly when the action's going to happen. So if something comes up quick, you need to have time to, or you need to be ready to replace a battery super fast, or whatever it is. I've been in situations where I've been filming like a almost a kill shot, or the stalking animal, and it's like boom, card full, and it's like, okay, grab a card out of my chest pack real quick, replace it, and I'm ready to go in like 10, 20 seconds. So super easy to do stuff like that when you have it out there ready. Um, other than that, guys, that's pretty much all I've got for you for this podcast. If you have any questions about stuff, definitely hit me up, shoot me a message on Instagram. I'm going to try to have some more guests on this week. I have kind of been slacking in the guest area. I've been out of town a bit. It's also mid hunting season, so a lot of people are out hunting. Um, so I'm going to try to make it work with some people. I have more time this week than I had last week, so hopefully we can make it happen, and get some people on the podcast. Um, if you guys have any suggestions or questions, things you want me to talk about or cover, let me know. I'm always open to it, and always happy to help out. If you want to support the podcast, or you want any gear that I use, check out the description on this podcast or the video, and you'll see a bunch of different brands that I use, and I've got some discount codes for them. And if you use those codes, I get a little bit of money from that. Not much, but just like just a tiny bit, and you'll get a discount, and then I'll get a little bit of kickback to just kind of help keep this stuff rolling. As of right now, this is just for fun. It's just like a passion project. This podcast is just super fun. I'm not making any money from it, which is totally fine. I'm still having a good time, and I'm meeting cool people in the industry and just kind of rolling with it. And I'm gonna keep it rolling. I like doing it, and I hope that you guys like listening as well. I get a lot of people who reach out and say that they've loved some of the information that I've given. So thanks you guys for listening, and I don't have anything else this week, so we'll catch you guys next week.